This magnificent service of evensong, preparing us for the twilight of the day, harkens back to the monastic tradition of the church, which marked the time of day in prayer cycles. In this way, humans were integrated into the daily rotation of the planet on its journey around the sun. We were attuned to the changing light from dawn to dusk, something more difficult to do in our modern period. But there is a special quality of light at dusk, isn't there, that this service celebrates. It is a slowing down of the day to allow for the gradual transition to night. My father used to call it the gloaming, where we were drawn into the slow beauty of the setting sun, dispersing orange and yellow light across the pale evening sky. At this time of year in the spring where we live in Connecticut, the peepers begin to sing in the vernal ponds as evening draws near. A splendid symphony of sound comes flowing across the meadows. I am captivated by this sound and always ask my husband, John, to slow down as we drive by the ponds so that we can drink deeply of this chorus. There are few things more mysterious or entrancing than the spring peepers, those tree frogs, singing at dusk. I hold this image before us as we gather this evening to draw in the sounds of evensong and the images of this magnificent film, Renewal. We are seeking for signs of hope in the twilight as the shadows lengthen. We are searching for a way forward that will lift up our hearts and keep our spirits resilient. For there is so much loss, destruction, and violence around us, in our cities, in our nation, in the world at large. The news floods in with endless stories of the unraveling of our society, our economy, our ecosystems. It is an overwhelming moment in Earth's history where we seek a deeper song, peepers calling to us in the night, and this choir of young people as well. For it is about you and your generation that we are speaking today. And what we will witness here in this film is affirmation in the face of loss, healing in response to destruction, and compassion in the midst of violence. These are the deep religious impulses that lie dormant in the human soul until called forth by the great challenges of our moment. This is what the Renewal film illustrates. This is what this special green cathedral has held before us for so many years, thanks to Deans Jim, and now Bishop Mark. Nowhere else in the city, I would suggest, could an evensong like this take place with this wonderful, interreligious, multicultural feeling. Beautiful music, beautiful religious impulses. This is indeed a special moment, launching a year of celebrating evensong and ecology. For these deep religious impulses of affirmation, healing, and compassion may be the most important elements for the great transformation of our times. As our dean at the School of Forestry says so eloquently, Gus Speth, who headed United Nations Development Program and many other programs nationally and internationally, he says it is not just the scientific facts that are required for this moment of transition into a sustaining and sustainable future. It is not just the policy papers that will be necessary. It is this deep religious impulse of the human, this deep longing of the human heart for affirmation, for compassion, for healing. For we long in a world of dreams, and we are the only species who can dream, imagining a future for the whole Earth community. That is our moment, and that is why we speak especially with and for the next generation. For it is the next generation that will inherit the Earth, the next generation of all species. More than ever before in human history, we are facing a moment of immense historical consequence. Our planet has evolved over 4.5 billion years. It has brought forth complex and beautiful forms of life. We are latecomers to this Earth community. Our presence of 6.5 billion people and our technological powers are causing the climate to change, species to go extinct, and ecosystems to be diminished. We have an immense challenge now before us. As Thomas Berry spoke of it, it is the great work of our times, and everyone has a role. In over 150,000 years of our presence as humans on this blue-green planet, we have never been asked to renew the face of the Earth. Yet that is what we are being asked now, to renew the face of the Earth, to renew our wetlands and restore our woodlands, to re-inhabit cities and countryside in a sustaining way, to participate in healthy cycles of carbon and nitrogen and water, to become a life-enhancing species on a life-giving planet. That is our destiny. That is our dream. This is, however, no small task. The possibility that is held forth for us as humans in renewing the face of the Earth is to become worthy of our name, Homo sapiens sapiens. Perhaps we had to be named twice sapiens, so we could reflect on what our gift of self-reflection would mean over time. We have to earn the name of wisdom as we renew the face of the Earth. But as you witness in this film tonight, these 8 communities, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Buddhist, you will see it is possible that humans may practice the art of renewal and will indeed re-inhabit the virtue of wisdom once again. With laughter and tears, with young people and old, religious communities are coming together across our land and around the world to blaze a path for renewing the human spirit, for overcoming doubt and despair, and for being present to the earth in its time of suffering. Its time of suffering for all species. For along with affirmation, healing, and compassion, you will see a robust supply of courage, that indispensable ingredient, hope and courage. These stories are inspirations. The filmmakers themselves are inspirited. With these engaged stories, our hearts are lifted up. We can hear the peepers singing. We can envision the release of the religious communities into this great work of our time, renewing the face of the earth. We each have a role. We all have a task. May we participate with joy, with hope, and with courage, and especially on behalf of the next generations. Thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you.